that, invest in the, as a first step, invest in the university. Give it more funding, more freedom, and then they will do everything that is required to be done. Yes, please.
I just want to make a limited point here. So a lot of effort has gone into having this Chandigarh startup policy. We've witnessed that also. So my limited concern here is that you said 8 to 9 months when you'll have fruits of this flowing into the startups. That's pretty long time, I would say. We already are late, and startups are eagerly waiting for the funds to flow to them. So if you could speed up this process, that's what I would say, because we say every day there is a startup coming up in country. So I still would appeal to you that speed up the process. If nothing else, the money at least should come to the incubator, because that you don't need a long process to be done there. So some trickling of the money in this financial year could have actually been seen by the incubators or startups. So I forgot to introduce myself. I am Rajat Sandeep, Professor of Biochemistry at Punjab University. I also represent Northern Region Science and Technology Cluster, which is a joint entity between Punjab University and IIT Rochefort. And there are a lot of verticals that we have, and we'll look forward to working with Vijayta on many of the things that we've been talking on. Few things, and I think a lot of good suggestions also came during this deliberations. Thank you.
So one thing that I want to clarify is the bigger portal is going to take 8 to 9 months. We already have the applications live on Service Plus. So it's a you can say अभी के लिए वो makeshift हमने काम किया है. Till the time portal is under progress, we have the provisions for startups and incubators to apply. So I'll share those links if you guys.
I think that will be great.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
I would request the founder of Fitello to kindly.
I think you can complete this.
Greetings everyone, I am Hiten Mehta, currently here as a founder, and I really enjoyed the meet today actually. Like the talking we are all having here. I think like this should be a frequent thing, because me being here, I am learning a lot of new things right now. And like thinking about the money perspective, of course, like building the entire portal will take some time, but like having this meet like at least once in a month can be very feasible for Chandigarh, I guess. And if we want to make Chandigarh a central hub, then there should be a meetup place, right? Like there could be like monthly meetups, bi-weekly meetups, or say online sessions, online collaborations, because I see a lot of founders here and there, and I would love to collab with them. Because one of the way to actually have more customers is to collab with others, right? Because if we are trying to make something for a bigger perspective, it's a collaborative goal, and collaboration has to be a part. So I think if we can collaborate more frequently, with you guys being on the podium and guiding us and talking to more founders, like how they are having their first customer, so that we can also learn that yes, this is also a way to go through it. We can do it. That's one thing. And another thing is like apart from the technical, there are also non-technical startups that are also in this world actually. So recently we all know the Rose Garden has a beautiful event, and I see a lot of shops there who are trying their own startups, businesses, and the main pain point is they don't understand the value of what they are building. There is a crochet shop, they have very beautiful, very perfect products, but they don't know the value of their product. They are selling a crochet rose for 100 rupees. And if you go to Bangalore or let's say any other city, that cost around 400 rupees. So like that's like totally negation of what they are building. And if the owner doesn't recognize the value of their product, how can a customer do? So if we again, if we have a meet with them, we can help them recognize that yes, you are more valuable, you already have the potential, you already have the product, you just need to think more bigger about it. That would, I think, solve most of the problems actually. So yeah, collaboration is much more needed. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So Vikram this side. I am UIT alumnus from 2009 batch and one of the founding members at Fitello. It is a health tech and nutrition platform. So I read the policy. I have multiple suggestions on that, but I don't want to take everyone's time, so I will send it separately to Sadaf ma'am. Like from operational perspective, regulatory perspective, financially what all can be done to track overall VC ecosystem. But a very personal thought I just want to share. I think maybe we are one of the few startups in Chandigarh who raised our first funding in 2022 of around 1.5 million at that time. And now we are in the market for a second round of 50 plus million. We have been in touch with multiple VC firms, PE firms, just to collaborate what is going to happen. But the one thing which we have seen very common in our first seed round and as of now as well is the perception of Chandigarh as a startup ecosystem. So people always doubt you that you are a serious startup if you are registered in Chandigarh. I mean, this is what I have been telling from my personal experience. So at that time also in 2022 it was a US firm and we all the leadership was asked. There was one clause in our contract in our SHA that we all have to move to Gurgaon. And we did that for 3 years. We all the founders, all the senior leadership, all future leadership we hired in Gurgaon itself. And now again, if we are going back to like for a second round, Series A, that was the first condition that was given to us by PwC, which was our banker, that you can't raise this much amount from Chandigarh itself by saying you guys are from Chandigarh. And I think we did it. I think I intentionally put it on our pitch decks that we are a Chandigarh-based startup. And when you say you are Gurgaon-based and we also have an office in Bangalore, the way you get treated by investors, PE firms is very different. And same thing happen when we want to hire any senior leader. For example, someone who is having 10, 15 years of experience and you have to hire them as your maybe CTO, Chief Revenue Officer, Chief CFO and all. People are hesitant to join a startup which is based out of Chandigarh. So I feel I personally don't see any issue in that there is something related to Chandigarh, maybe because I am personally connected a lot with Chandigarh. But if we are discussing this policy point, I feel we have to do a lot of work to change that perception of Chandigarh as a startup ecosystem. And if we see the situation as of now, cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, they are way ahead than us if we only compare the funding support they give or any sort of support which they give to all the budding startups. I was just reading 2 days back, Telangana, they have 1,000 CR plus corpus from a government perspective, which they have blocked only for new startups. So I don't see we can reach at that stage immediately, but maybe if we start doing work at a speed, maybe it will take us 10 plus years if we have to leap forward. So there's a lot of work as a group this team has to do to reach that situation. So that is all I wanted to say that. And if we have to do that, we have to do things which no one else is doing. For example, finding out what are the challenges people are getting from Karnataka government, Telangana government, what are the limitations they are having over there. And the benefit of Chandigarh is that it's a UT, directly connected to center, so I'm sure the friction is much less as compared to any other state government. So that is the benefit. On top of that, how we are placed, like there are ISP, ISA, IIT Ropar, PGI. I think this whole medical ecosystem, technical ecosystem is all around us. It depends on this whole team, how we make best of it. So that's all I wanted to share today. That all the nitty-gritty points I will share separately, but that was my 2 cents. That the image, the perception, optics has to be changed. And sorry, one more thing came to my mind. Someone mentioned about culture perspective also, the startup culture. It has to be started from school level. So Chandigarh, I have seen one of those cities which have greatest network of government schools. I think each and every sector has minimum 1 or 2 government schools. So if at a schooling level, that startup culture can be inculcated in students' mind, maybe we will see the fruits in next 5 to 6 years of that. So that is all I wanted to share. Thank you.
अशोक अरोड़ा जी, आप भी अपने विचार बताइए। आप स्टार्टअप को लेकर क्या सोचते हैं? अशोक अरोड़ा जी
ऐसा
का
है सर, जैसे इन्होंने बोला है कि स्टार्टअप का जो है उसका प्रोटोटाइप ये वो हम तो सब बना चुके हैं, प्रोटोटाइप भी बनाया है, वर्किंग मॉडल भी बना है, दैट इज वर्किंग। जो हमने सर्टिफिकेशन जो है वो भी ले ली है। वैसे इनको पता होगा, मैं पवित्र जी से मिला था तो उन्होंने हमारा प्रोजेक्ट देख के ये बोला था कि वी शुड ओन इट। बट दैट वाज नॉट द केस। जब मैंने दोबारा इनके पास गया तो मुझे ये बोला